and welcome to exercise 42, Scaling Objects. Scale changes the size of existing objects without changing their shape. This command scales three-dimensional objects equally along all three axes. There are also two-dimensional, one-dimensional, and non-uniform scale commands. So let's go ahead and get started. And before we do, keep in mind that we are continuing to use the auxiliary models that we have used through exercises 36 through 41. So let's go ahead and get started. From the Edit menu, click Select Objects. Then click Curves. From the Transform menu, click Scale. And then click Scale 2D. For the origin point, type 0 in the command bar and press Enter. For the scale factor, type 0.75 and press Enter. The whole part scaled to 75% of its original size. Now, to scale 2D using the reference point option. Now, let's select the slotted circle. From the Transform menu, click Scale. And then click Scale 2D. For the origin point, snap to the center of the slotted circle, like so. And for the first reference point, snap to the quadrant of the slotted circle. And it seems like our quadrant O-snap is off, and it sure is. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. There we go. The radius of the slotted circle is the reference for the scale factor. Now, for the second reference point, type 1.375 in your command bar and press Enter. The slotted circle now has a larger radius of 1.375. The next thing we're going to do is make it solid. So, as always, when moving to 3 dimensions, I always encourage you to move to all 4 viewports so you can see what's happening in your perspective viewport and that you are in fact extruding correctly and as you intend to be extruding. So I'm going to go ahead and move to my 4 viewports now. Now, from the Edit menu, select Objects, then select Curves. From the Solid menu, select Extrude Planar Curves, and then click Straight. For the extrusion distance in the command bar, type 1 and press Enter. To scale in 3D is what we will be doing next. From the Edit menu, select Objects, and then click Poly Surfaces. From the Transform menu, click Scale, and then click Scale 3D. For the origin point in your command bar, type 0 and press Enter. And for the scale factor, type 1.5 and press Enter. The solid is larger in every dimension. Now, let's talk a little bit about scaling in one dimension. So, from the Edit menu, select Objects, and then select Polysurfaces. From the Transform menu, click Scale, and then click Scale 1D. For the origin point, type 0 in your command bar and press Enter. For the first reference point, snap to the perpendicular point at the top of the part. I'm going to zoom in and snap exactly to the top of the perpendicular part of the part. For the second reference point, I'm going to type in 0.5 in the command bar and type Enter. The object is now half its original thickness. And this concludes exercise 42.